Skip over these foot-binding cloth rhetorics. Xiefeng. November 26, 2022. Chanyuan Celestials, Lifechanyuan members, should be the clearest-minded individuals in the world, living with the greatest clarity, peace, and steadfastness. Through first-hand experience in the second-home lifestyle, we have gained clear insight into which theories and social activities are right and which are wrong, even to the point of being harmful or criminal. We understand that marriage and family life are not only a disaster for society but also the primary sources of personal distress and suffering. Without marriage and family, people would live more freely, and society would become more blessed and harmonious. Therefore, all the grand rhetoric about how to maintain a harmonious family or achieve marital happiness is nothing more than foot-binding rhetoric. What is foot-binding rhetoric? It is the advocacy and glorification of outdated, oppressive traditions, like foot-binding itself. Foot-binding involved tightly wrapping women's feet with cloth to prevent them from growing, causing extreme deformities in their toes and feet. This cruel and perverse custom is said to have originated when the southern Tang Emperor Liu ordered one of his concubines to bind her feet. The practice then spread, and young girls as young as 5 or 6 began binding their feet to keep them small. The wrappings remained in place for a lifetime, giving rise to the saying, "An old lady's foot-binding cloth, long and stinking." Today, if someone were to praise or defend foot-binding, it would be a blatant endorsement of the physical and psychological suffering inflicted on women, a deeply inhumane act. Likewise, throughout history and across cultures, countless men and women have suffered under the institution of marriage and family. Marriage and family are akin to the foot-binding cloth of feudal Chinese society. Defending and glorifying them is no different from endorsing foot-binding, and is arguably even worse, because while foot-binding harmed only women, marriage and family harm not just women but also men and children. Here are some modern-day examples of foot-binding rhetoric. Any theories or advice on how to amass wealth? Any encouragement to pursue success in the conventional sense? Any teachings that glorify the state or promote national sovereignty and interests? Any guidance on how to manipulate relationships for personal gain? All articles, films, and rallying cries that glorify war are foot-binding propaganda. Any glorification of violence in any form? Any preaching that urges people to compete for superiority over others? Any praise for luxury goods, jewelry, extravagant cars, mansions, or lavish lifestyles? Any rhetoric that fuels vanity and inflates desires? With the rise of the internet, especially the explosion of social media, we are bombarded daily by an overwhelming flood of information. If we are not vigilant, we may easily be swept into the whirlpool of the era by the endless waves of foot-binding rhetoric. Therefore, whenever we come across such rhetoric, propaganda, enticements, or advocacy, do not engage, just skip over them. The difference between Tao and Path. Xiefeng. January 3, 2022. Two extraordinary aspects of Chinese culture that set it apart from others are its written characters and landscape paintings. Chinese characters are undoubtedly of divine origin, as they embody the essence of Tao and reveal its mysteries. Similarly, Chinese landscape paintings are ethereal and transcendental, created by individuals with celestial qualities. Appreciating such paintings is like traveling through time and space to enter an idyllic paradise, a breathtaking realm beyond the mundane world. Let us explore the profound meanings hidden in Chinese characters to understand the difference between Tao and road. Tao. The character consists of the radical, which signifies movement or walking, and the component, which means head. The structure of the character suggests a person walking while carrying a head, but this head does not represent one's own mind, rather, it signifies the mind of a supreme leader. Who is the supreme leader of the universe? Naturally, it is the greatest creator. Thus, Tao signifies walking in accordance with the greatest creator's will or following the greatest creator's guidance. To walk in the Tao means to align one's actions with the greatest creator's intentions. The challenge lies in identifying where this supreme leader resides. For most people, this is difficult to comprehend. Therefore, the concept can be simplified: walking in alignment with the revelations found in nature, the myriad phenomena of all things, is also considered walking in the Tao. If one's spiritual perception is dull and they cannot perceive these revelations, the idea can be further simplified: following the guidance of the greatest Creator's messengers is essentially walking in the Tao. Road. The character is a combination of, which represents walking, and, which means, each, or, individual. Together, conveys the idea of each walking their own path. Essentially, a path represents an individual's journey, independent of external guidance or direction. It implies that one follows their inner desires and walks the path they personally believe to be right. If someone does not act or speak according to their inner will, they are not truly walking their own road. Summary. If a person does not act or speak according to the greatest Creator's will, they are not walking in the Tao. If one does not act or speak in alignment with their inner will, they are not truly walking their own path. As a result, we find that most people in the world are neither walking in the Tao nor following their own path, they are merely drifting with the wind. Why is the Tao of the greatest Creator the supreme Tao for life, and the path of Lifechanyuan the most blessed path? Because the Tao of the greatest Creator is the righteous Tao, the ultimate Tao, and the path of Lifechanyuan is the path of blessings, the heavenly path.